Hi. The point of business networking isn't to make a sale. The point of business networking is to build the relationships that lead to repeat sales. Dr. Meisner calls this the networking disconnect. Everyone goes to a networking event hoping to make a sale. No one goes to a networking event or shows up in a Facebook group hoping to buy something. So whether you're networking in person or whether you're networking on social media, the point is to be more interested in them than to be interesting in your product offer. Be curious about what that person is doing and what their challenges are. Build enough rapport that they will trust you to tell you what their real challenges are, not what their surface objectives are. And then turn that relationship into opportunities to help them. Usually by referring them to someone else, because you probably don't do the thing that they actually need right now. But what your goal should be is to find ways to be helpful. When your focus is on trying to make a sale now, you're going to hear what you want to hear and not what that person needs. So how do we overcome the networking disconnect? How do we be more interested than interesting? One, we ask open-ended questions. Two, we focus our questions on that particular person and what they are talking about instead of the agenda-driven questions that are a sales qualification as opposed to a curiosity. This concept applies absolutely to in-person networking, but it applies equally to social media networking. If your entire attention while you're in the social media environment is telling people about all the things that you do, then you're not listening to the things that they need. So instead of being the sales guy who's constantly trying to push your product, be the networker who is interested in learning about what that other person needs and wants. I often get questions about how can I help you grow your business? I don't think I've ever had someone ask me, do you want to grow your business? What are your goals? What are your objectives? Because they would get a very interesting answer if I thought that they were asking that question in an honest way. If I thought they were honestly curious about why I'm on social media versus why they are on social media. So, whether it's in a social media group on Facebook or in some other platform, maybe school or HighLevel Kollab or Circle or whatever that platform that you happen to choose to use is, LinkedIn groups, or whether it is in-person networking, be more interested than interesting. Build rapport, which leads to trust, which gives you the authority to ask deeper questions. So, I had a personal family incident happen this week, and my brother made a really astute observation. He said, I have advice for that person, but I don't have authority in their life to give them that advice. They aren't ready and willing and able to hear from me. Even if I were to say it, they wouldn't accept it as something that they should emulate, something they should follow, something that they should implement. So when you walk into a room with your business card in hand, or when you walk into a social media group with your sales pitch in your profile and your laundry list of this is what I do as your introduction, you're talking to a bunch of people who don't yet trust you. They haven't yet granted you authority in their life to give them advice. And if you can't give them advice, then you certainly can't sell to them yet. Yes, occasionally you'll just happen to come along across the right person at the right time, at the right moment to just turn that into an immediate sale. But you will burn far more bridges than you will build if your approach is entirely mercenary, entirely transactional. The point of networking groups, both online and social media and in person, is to build a relationship first so that people know and like you. That builds trust. After trust, then the statement by Bob Berg, all other things being equal, people buy from people they know, like, and trust. Be interested, not interesting. So, do you want to learn how to do organic social media well? Do you want a 30+% response to your DMs, your cold DMs, and a 10% booking rate or higher? In the pinned comment is a link to Social Media Sniper. Sign up for Social Media Sniper. It's $9 per month. Cancel anytime. If you get everything out that you need in one day, then cancel. No further charges. If you want to keep coming back to it, it's simply $9 per month.